Thank you for tuning into the Apple Juice for Two podcast. It's your
back.
boy, Lose News, but you can call me Isaiah, with my boy, Cameron Allen, or Cameron Allen Esquire.
This is episode 2 of the Cam's Only Apple Juice for Two saga.
Cam, if your name doesn't start with a C and end with an N, or if your last name doesn't start with the A, and A, not AA, and A.
We're going to ask you to respectfully please turn off this
We're going to
episode.
ask you to stop listening.
Well, as you can tell, Brevin couldn't be here tonight.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We'll send our thoughts and prayers.
He's
alive and well.
He's healthy. Don't worry.
But he had some trouble in the office.
Trouble in the office. Yeah, there's some trouble in the office. So.
But like I said, the show must go on.
Well, actually, technically, he will be in this episode because later in this episode, we are going to be interviewing Huron John, who is a indie artist. He makes like electronic music. He has about 250,000 monthly listeners on Spotify.
Oh wow!
Some people probably know his songs. His most popular song, "Maple Syrup Tears," has I think about 6 million streams. So,
oh wow,
he's a really cool artist from Nashville, Tennessee. Technically from Chicago, but going to school in Nashville, Tennessee right now. And
that's dope. Don't
let me spill all the details about it because we're going to be
diving
hearing
in.
it all from the horse's mouth afterwards.
We
talk about kind of a sour subject.
It's a sour. It's really out in space, I would say, Not to be really punny, but we kind of have to lighten the mood with some jokes. Hey, it's tasteful. It's tasteful.
Yeah, I'm joking.
But no, we need to lighten the mood because it's pretty sad. It's sad.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna talk about obviously the Astroworld Tragedy. I guess.
Right.
I guess probably how it's gonna be referred to, coming or just
right. Yeah.
what it's being referred to now. But 8 people died at.
Alleged. Well, 8 people confirmed died, but some witnesses are saying that even more people have died.
Right. Yeah. 8 people confirmed dead from Astroworld in Houston, Texas. But so first off, it's the internet and stuff. A lot of shit gets thrown around. So
exactly.
It's like just important, I guess, to remember that 8 people died. So
right in one night.
Yeah.
In one night.
Our Apple Juice condolences to their families.
Thoughts and prayers
everything.
To them. That's very sad. It's upsetting.
So let's dig into the details. Like Thanksgiving turkey.
We are going to dive in with a fresh plate of Astroworld cheese. But no, it's really messed up, and a lot of people don't want to hold Travis Scott accountable. And I think it's kind of pathetic that there's always going to be something that people are going to, for some reason, defend people on.
Right.
Something like this where. It's not just Travis Scott we're holding accountable. It's the festival, the people who put on the festival.
Live Nation, yeah.
That's what, Live. Like, there's a lot of people we have to hold accountable, and obviously Travis Scott is one of them. Considering there's video footage of this man literally looking into the crowd and seeing a whole ass fucking ambulance and somebody who knows whatever was happening. Because there's a lot of stuff that has happened.
Also, it is his festival too. Like
right.
He came up with it, and
it is his festival.
I think it was like the 3rd year. I'm pretty sure that
something
this is
like
going
that.
on.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but that wasn't a soundbite. That was an actual raw audio of a burp.
We got notes back, and they said move your mouth away from the mic when you do burps, and just keep it to sound bites.
But yeah, like literally, Travis Scott literally condones this kind of behavior when it comes. Because I don't know. I know people died from trampling, apparently somebody was injecting fans with.
We have the scoop on that. Well, so let's start. We should start chronologically. Okay. I have it listed out chronologically.
Okay. Oh yeah. Or so you lead and I'll follow. Then
that's okay. Cool. So the general gist of it is that there was a crowd surge, and basically there were just too many people, and I was actually I have an example of that, but the people who died were literally just suffocated or trampled, and their chests were just like pounded in, and they couldn't breathe. Not to get graphic, but that's the only way anyone has died yet, not from injections or anything. We could just get to that real quick because this is just kind of an aside, but there I have heard these rumors going around about the drug injection rumors and stuff, and that's basically. It's semi-true. So during a press conference, the police chief from Houston confirmed that a security guard who was working at the event did lose consciousness after being pricked in his neck by someone who injected him with something.
Jesus.
It was unclear if it's an isolated incident as of right now, and that's according to, I'm pretty sure, Stereo Gum. So I'm sure they have it on some authority. But yeah, that's what the guy from the Houston Police Department said as well about specifically the drug injection things, is that there's a lot of crazy narratives and stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Circling around about, because people are like taking this as like, oh, he was making them all crazy. You know what I mean?
Told him
like,
to do the drugs.
And like, just Travis Scott hired him to get him all high. Or
There's
stuff like
so much,
that.
yeah, there's so much speculation with all this.
Which is that's like, you have to just take all that with such sodium.
Sodium chloride, as some would say.
And so there is a separate investigation into that guy, obviously. Right. But so this first video is my screen's not recording, but yeah, go ahead and pull that up. Yeah. So this is a video of Travis Scott seeing the ambulance, and then continuing to play.
Maximize this.
Okay, bet. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is the one where the person has already passed out and they're coming in. Oh yeah, and then he does the thing where he
incites violence.
Full on start. Yeah, basically.
Incites violence. Yeah. Who wants to rage? Yeah, let's do it.
And then he slaps the ground.
I gotta find.
Yeah, this one's a pretty long one.
Oh Lord.
Version, I guess.
Yeah, no problem. This is such awkward silence of just the crowd, just like just awaiting,
so weird.
Awaiting this man who just sings with auto-tune to just perform the music that like literally rap over himself.
Why not cancel it at this point? Like it's already done. Like
it's why, yeah. Like this, and I don't even. What is he doing? Oh, is he?
Dude, he's like the emperor, like sticking out his leather glove, like do it.
The thing is, like, right there, literally right there.
Yeah,
you can see in the corner, and like I said, like. People are trying to defend him and say, oh, like this isn't Travis Scott's trap. I don't think people realize how much impact performers have in these concerts. If he literally told every person in that crowd to shit themselves, not all the motherfucking people are going to shit them.
There'd be a lot of shit on that floor, though, you know?
I mean, you know, I'm obviously going,
real,
I'm stretching 100%. it, but still, like, if he tells these people, rage, jump up and down, start throwing punches, these fucking dumbass, well, I'm gonna say, a lot of his fans are just dumbass little, like, just kids, probably between the age, probably teenagers, maybe younger adults, I guess in college. But a lot of these kids, a lot of these people are just kids, and it just sucks that I can't remember the specific statistics of out of the 8 people that died, but I think 4 or 5 of them were children, or not. Well, I would say they're children.
One of them was 13. There is a. I can find that specifically.
Okay, perfect. Because I know like out of those 8 that died, like a few of them were like children. Teenagers, which is it's very upsetting. Like this isn't normal for people to die at a concert. Like nobody goes to a concert expecting, you definitely. There might be a couple casualties, but I'll still go. And then some people actually compared this, even if this wasn't as big as, it was worse. To Woodstock in 1998. There's 200,000 people there, and only 3 people died over a span of 3 days. But I've also heard that at that Woodstock, there was just pretty much just people trapped because there's no coming out or going in. Like you literally were just kind of stuck in one spot. But 200,000 people dying over, or 3 people out of 200,000 people dying over a span of 3 days is a lot better than 50,000 people and 8 at least dying in one night.
To get back to the teenagers, it's one 16-year-old and one 14-year-old who died.
Jeez, oh my goodness.
Yeah. And then a 10-year-old who was in the hospital.
Right. Oh my gosh. 10. That just like hit me again. 10 years.
Dude, 10. Why was it even a 10-year-old
at a concert?
This kind of thing. It was an all ages event, which is weird.
I'm gonna push forth this notion that all concerts should be 18 and up.
Here, look at this second video.
Okay, let me.
Whoops, so sorry. That was loud as frick.
Oh my! I also.
So that's like right after he said rage in that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're literally dancing.
So yeah,
it's
just a golf cart, and like they can't get through.
This is so sad.
I think it's not a tank. You know what I mean?
And like I'm still stuck on the 10-year-old child had like like you said. I'm glad. You said they weren't dead, right? You said they were just hospitalized.
The 10-year-old is just in the hospital, correct?
But still, who the fuck's parents allows a child?
I know, right?
A child. And like they're what? Oh, my dad. Hey guys, my dad's gonna chaperone us at this concert. No, that doesn't happen. Like if I told my parents at the age of 10, hey, not even any concert, hey, I'm going to a concert, they'd be like, no, you're not.
Well, do you want to we should watch the rest of these videos, but first, I don't think I've seen this anywhere, but I did find this morning. If you here, go down to here and pull this up.
Okay.
This morning, the Astroworld website was still up as of this morning, and it's kind of like weird to look at. If you click on it, it's right below on the next page.
Okay, bet. Oh, I see it.
Yeah, that one. And it's kind of weird. So I just took a video of it in case it was taken down. It might not even be taken down, but you could just like peep it.
Okay.
So it's really weird. Yeah, it's like an all ages show. It lists all the people that were coming there. You know, Tame Impala apparently was scheduled to be involved. I don't know if they did yet.
Right.
On their safety page, they only have stuff about COVID basically. And they basically just said like, don't be violent.
Yeah, some assumption of risk, notwithstanding our best efforts.
They're not responsible for anything. Basically, that's like their.
I'm blind as a bat. Yeah, people are present. COVID-19 is extremely contagious disease that can lead to blah, 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 blah. By attending Astroworld Festival, you are voluntarily assume any and all risk related to exposure to COVID. We won't account for you being trampled to death or dying from.
That's your fault.
If it's COVID, we're still not gonna assume any responsibility. But if you're trampled to death, we're not gonna say anything.
Okay, and here's a weird thing about this whole festival.
Mm-hmm.
They have their own thing called magic money, which I mean, I think this is pretty standard for colleges and festivals and I guess theme parks and stuff like that. But they had this thing called magic money where you load, like you buy a different currency and put it on a little card and use that to buy food, beer, or wait. You can only use it on the carnival rides and games, so you couldn't use it for food or beverages or merch.
Right. There's also not to cut you off. There's also people making the point that they should not sell water. They should just give out water for free at these festivals and concerts.
On the website it said they will have water for free. So I mean, maybe they didn't.
I heard like I said, this is from what I've heard from people.
I wouldn't be surprised if they said it on the website and then they did a bad job of. Because
somebody said the water was $7. I'm like, I don't know what to believe anymore unless like I guess they like I said they were there. This person was there, but like I don't know what to believe.
Well, I mean, they could have just had like maybe one igloo cooler or something there, and like, they were being searched. Everyone was being searched as they were coming in. And then there were like tents set up, technically tents for like medical things, but obviously not enough from what we've heard.
Not enough medical to actually account for 50,000 people.
There was this one fan. Or actually, look at this one. This was an interesting TikTok. So the thing had he had that Firebird and stuff.
I knew we're gonna get into. Yeah.
You saw this one? Oh, bingo.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Cams. Same wavelength.
Cam connection.
But this guy was pretty interesting about it.
I might need to turn it up a little bit on that because it's not catching it.
Go play it. Let me see.
I bet you got it. There we go. Hey, why you not playing louder?
It's not playing it?
No, it's not. It's not playing louder. But yeah. Basically, the TikTok is this man with his own little like personal assumptions or personal assessment on how there's allegedly demonic signs and
So basically, he's like talking about how people in the tragedies like this or events like this, like it's kind of hard for us to wrap our head around just like the senselessness and the weight of the tragedy.
But we can cope with it more saying that it's demonic as opposed to people literally not giving a fuck about other people. And people just wanting to be closer to a mortal being.
And that's somehow easier to like digest which is like primal like little dumb brains.
Yeah, that doesn't it's crazy to me how like people are like I said saying and like justifying not justifying but like making people I guess more at ease. It's demonic and like he's using these people as sacrifices.
Oh, okay, it's demonic. Then they shouldn't have gone in the first place. It's their fault for going.
And then I'm just literally not letting these people or not even holding these people accountable for literally crushing themselves. I've seen videos of people literally against the metal like guards just like being like help like literally like this like, on top of each other like
for sure.
You shouldn't be uncomfortable like that at a concert. And
No,
it's like I said, I'm at a loss for words on how just devastating this is, and I'm sure you have it in the doc too on how weak and pathetic of a fucking apology that Travis Scott gave.
Let's watch it.
Yes, like literally.
Yeah, it's up and
okay.
Yeah, his
'Cause
video
it's so
statement. Oh my god, and I also have some of my favorite memes on it so far because it's turning into already its own like TikTok joke where people
Really?
like doing the black and white. Like,
Oh yeah.
and that's like it was a conscious decision of him to put this in black and white. Oh wait, is that his video statement?
Oh no, I literally hit the wrong one.
Yeah, it's like hilarious how he, took the video on Instagram and decided to like swipe and make it black and white, and it was like, yeah, this is appropriate.
I think this is gonna be So I think the fans might like it a little bit more if I just put it in black. It just has a little bit more sentiment to it. If it's in black and white. But let's listen to this bullshit.
To the ones that was lost last night.
The one.
We're actually working right now to identify their families so we can help assist them through this tough time.
It is a tough time.
You know, my fans.
It's pretty tough.
My fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, anything that's going on,
him just rubbing his head just makes it less sentimental, more just like this is such a bother to me.
Less sincere.
Yeah, it's like I was like, oh god, I have to go. I have to say this.
We've been working closely.
Like, this is such a situation for me too.
This is such an inconvenience for me to go out on my phone, my iPhone 13 Pro Max, and just use my iPhone 13 Pro Max that Apple gave me for free and record this. And it's just too much. It just takes too much out of me. I can't even watch this shit.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go sleep with my Kylie Jenner now after this. Oh,
also, shit with that. Kylie Jenner posted a video, and you can also see the fucking ambulance in the crowd. And then I'm also a little.
She kept it up too.
Yeah, and then I'm also a little not annoyed because I have no really say in this, but I don't know why he brought his daughter out there. I know she was protected by her mom and like security and shit, and she had headphones on and shit. But I'm just like, why are you bringing your like a toddler to essentially a rave?
Did you see Kanye's tweet about it?
Oh no, I didn't actually.
Dude, I don't know if I should tell you or if you should look it up, but yeah, look up Kanye's tweet about their kid. It's freaking hilarious.
Oh, I did see it. I don't know. I really think I don't know if he was talking about that.
One. Oh,
I think he might have been talking about Stormy
just
Daniels.
A coincidence? Okay.
I think he might have been talking about Stormy Daniels.
Makes actually a lot more sense.
That's his niece. Essentially, that's his niece, or what?
Or his step. Or you're right, his niece. Okay, yeah.
But like, I think I think that was his niece. But it's funny.
That makes so much more sense.
It's so funny. No, it's funny as hell.
I'm just kind of like thinking that he doesn't fuck with that.
Just like I don't fuck with my niece. But no, I think he was talking about Stormy Daniels. But it still doesn't make it. It's still funny regardless.
So yeah, Travis and Live Nation are being sued up the butthole.
This isn't the first time Travis has been sued.
Oh no, it's not. Yeah, it's not at all, and that's why he's like totally screwed. Is because there was actually a time before where he was arrested because he was telling everybody to like climb up and over like the balconies and stuff, and somebody fell and got permanently paralyzed for life from his neck down for life from it, and they sued it for inciting violence.
Right.
Is what they and so he had to. And so a lot of these cases are probably going to end up in a settlement or whatever, and he's like basically going to be shut down for tons.
And and like cancel culture is not even really even on his case. It seems
it's not even about that.
It's just not even. It's just like
it's just like, bro, what the hell?
It's like, come on, man. Like you fucked up, but it's okay, man. It wasn't your fault. Like it was your whole event.
Yeah.
And people actually were criticizing the way the stage was set up. Because I think most stages don't have this like little like rectangular part at the bottom. Like most stages are just kind of like comes out like this, but he had like this and then came out like that. And I guess people were more pushed up like
in the corners or whatever.
Yeah, it was just like apparently people were saying like that's not how
it should be.
That's not how a stage should be set up at all.
It didn't look. I mean, seeing the videos from it looked like such an awful time. Like I mean, obviously it wasn't like the end result, but like even up until the people died. It was just like, this seems terrible.
I know one of my friends made the point, and I think I said this on the podcast. I don't know why people go. He doesn't know why people go to see rappers perform because it's not live. They just play their song and then rap over themselves. But people get a kick out of it. And not to shift the focus away from Travis, but Playboi Carti, the same shit has been happening at his concerts.
What, violence and stuff?
Violence. People, jumping from people. People haven't been paying for general admission, so they'll be in the stands and they'll be jumping over and like literally fighting security just to get on the floor, just to mosh. It's literally just have a fucking mosh pit.
Jeez.
But one of the concerts, I think it might have also been in Houston for Playboi Carti. It got canceled because oh my god, what happened? Oh my god, some bullshit. Something happened. I can't remember exactly. I want to get.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. Like at these things. It's just like getting more violent or whatever. Like
it's the same kids. It's literally the same. It's just the same people.
The police chief Harris or whatever is his last name said that he felt uneasy all day. Like it was the most chaotic festival environment that he's ever been in.
Oh my god, that's so unsettling.
And I mean, so it's like, is it? Do you think? I mean, I guess Travis is just like kind of hard on that because maybe that's part of his or was part of his saying like edgy, like punk.
Yeah,
right. You know what I mean?
And I also have a note from my one of my friends. She goes to raves. But she tells me they also mosh at raves. But she also told me that a lot of people know their limits. So if they see somebody who's passed out, and not even just people like artists, I've seen it's crazy how many videos I've seen of artists being like, "Hey, stop the shit!" Like literally artists stopping. Like I think Linkin Park stopped the show. You know what's even crazier? Lil Pump, the SoundCloud rapper, stopped the show and made the point, which is weird that he's not a very competent person. He said, "If you're doing drugs, which whatever, drink water with it." All right, let's go. Oh. And he made sure that person was fine. And he said, "Hey guys, I heard from the medics that he's good. Let's start the show again," which is shocking. Like that takes a lot from. I'm just shocked that Lil Pump at all people had enough.
Good for him to have the smarts, like the brains to do that. I mean, like
I never thought that.
I mean, just there's so much for him at risk, like his personal well-being and just
I couldn't have it on my conscience that at a festival that I put on, 8 people died, and that's confirmed. 8 people confirmed. There's been so many videos coming out that people there's way more than 8 people who have died. Which
knows? Maybe some of these injuries will lead people to die.
Exactly. And it's like I said, I'm holding Travis Scott accountable, and I'm also holding his fans accountable because in that like one Surge video, they weren't stopping. Like literally, people were screaming. And then there's even a video that surfaced of this girl climbing up on the video on the camera stand, and I was like, "Help! Help!" People are fucking dying.
Yes.
Because if you have it, tell me where it is, and I'll pull it up. But it's just like, come on.
Stop the show guy to the camera. Apparently the girl who said that about the camera guy later said on Twitter that he did end up helping eventually.
Okay.
And that because apparently from that video, like people were sending death threats to him and his family, and like they were tracking him down, and like so she was posting trying to be like, please don't like try to kill this man or end his life. Like we don't need a mob mentality against, like, it's not the cameraman's fault.
It's
but
not, no.
This video makes you makes you feel like, oh my god, that cameraman is just part of the elaborate scheme. Like,
like I said, I'll play a little snippet of that.
Fricked. Yeah.
And I also want to find the video. Do you have the video, the link to when Travis did see one person pass out? And he was fucking harmonizing and like auto-tuning. Okay, I'm gonna because
that one's so great. Like
it's just like, bro, like he was so he was so aware of it, and he's just like, hey guys, hey, back up.
He's like, hey. I think yes.
Oh, this one.
God, it's so it's not fun. Like it's awfully
pathetic.
sad.
It's just so
terribly sad, but like it's just kind of mind-boggling how like you watch him make direct eye contact. Look, he's looking directly.
Direct.
I'm gonna auto-tune my voice on that one.
We're perfect. Yeah. Look at that man. His man's body's still there.
Yeah.
That man's body's still there. So where the Amber-Lamb? Why is the man's body still there?
Why's a video passed out like the man's body?
Literally, like, absolutely just pathetic. My computer decided to fart, so I'm going to refresh it and play it again because I was like, what's going on? There we go.
Yeah.
He's going to bring him back to life with his singing.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I saw one meme where the guy was like, this is what you hear.
Jeez, that is Whoa, yeah,
it's graphic.
That's
like
very graphic.
And he's looking at that while he's auto tuning. Like,
it's like doesn't stop the show. Just like okay.
He's just riffing, while he's watching that guy being. The person's being crowd surfed like at the fullest extent of these guys. Like they're trying so hard to get this guy to safety just by like the skin of their teeth. That could have been one of the kids who died for all we know. I have no idea.
Who know? Like, and that's not even confirmed.
Yeah,
because I think I'm gonna play this video now that we have already aired.
Yeah,
but this is that video we were talking about earlier. Oh man, not again.
Why is he so quiet?
I don't know why it's so quiet.
That first part is extremely loud, and then the next part is super quiet. I can
just put it in like
we
won't even focus on it because there's so much shit.
But there is so here's one this detail I was like on the fence about it all until I heard this detail, and it's a detail.
Okay. I'm listening.
But so apparently after he knew, and like the staff knew, and the event coordinators and everybody knew that it was a mass casualty event, they continued to play for almost 40 minutes. 37 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
And there's a video of that. I wonder if this goes to that video, because you could see the two people who come up to him and then talk to him, and then he just goes back into singing. Like,
I'll pull it up.
It's
the wrong thing.
Yeah,
where's that again on that?
I think I'm pretty sure it's this one. Let me see. I mean, this link is going to say, go to site. Yes, starting. I want to see this. Yeah, that's just the. It's around here somewhere.
I see it. Video of
people subsequently jumping on the thing. Oh, dude, listen. Play this one. This was one of the people who went there. This was his reaction to, like, driving home, basically.
Oh my god.
And you can tell, obviously, like the, fear in his voice. Oh yeah, drop a like on that, guys.
It felt like we was like literally like in fucking hell, bro. Like it felt like we was in a concert in hell. You couldn't breathe, you couldn't see. Like just imagine all the people they're gonna find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. Like I'm thinking it's probably gonna be like at least 100 people who dead tonight. Like I kid you not. Like in the VIP section, it was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainted, and people was the medics were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping them over, and like they was literally turning them black and blue. Like I never seen death in my fucking life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably like 10 fucking people laid out dead. And like once the medics tried to help them, they wasn't responding. They moved to the next person. It was nothing they couldn't do. Like this shit really fucked me up and like really spooked me tonight. Like that was like some demonic shit. Like, and what was so crazy, like people were screaming help, trying to tell Travis Scott. It was like help. The whole crowd was just going like help, help, help. And he just kept going, bro. It was like that shit was scary, bro. It was so demonic, bro. And mind you, y'all see the type of music I make. Y'all see everything, like
Yes, he had to plug himself in.
he
was like literally like in.
But yeah,
he goes on to say basically that he's not a fan of Travis's anymore, and like it was so true.
I don't blame him at all.
Just imagine, he definitely lost so many fans through this whole thing, and like just such an awful experience to like the fact that it was like his creation, his thing, just makes it all
because it's not like it's not like a whole. It's not like a
it's not like Tame Impala's playing at freaking Lollapalooza.
Yeah, it's like this is Astroworld. Astroworld is associated with Travis Scott. So like, there's a lot of stuff associated, like even with the Cactus Jack brand that's associated with Travis Scott. And like I said, I'm forever I'm gonna hold Travis accountable for all this shit. And then even like I don't know if Drake has made a statement about it, because I know Drake performed that. You know how we feel about Drake. I don't even know if Drake performed. I know he performed at the event. I don't know if he's made a statement about what happened, as far as I'm aware. And I don't even think Kylie made a statement.
Oh, she did, yeah.
She did? Okay.
I mean, it was like, actually, I do have a link to Kylie's statement in there.
Oh, God.
But I want to see what Drake said. I just want to say
that on behalf of
Drake's statement, Astroworld, first thing on Google.com, bingo.
Oh,
His heart's broken. Drake's heart is broken.
Oh, my Are you fucking kidding me? I want to. This is Kylie's.
You know why? You know what? Oh, dude, you're right. I got it.
I just saw Kylie's statement. And I just saw the quotation marks.
Oh, what does it say?
It says, "I just want to make it clear we weren't aware of any fatalities until the news came out after the show." And no. Oh, okay. I'm sorry again. I want to make it clear we weren't aware of any fatalities until the news came out after the show, and in no world would have continued filming or performing. Well,
in no world.
In motherfucker, in both of y'all's videos, you can see the ambulance. Not the ambulance, the ambulance. Like,
and then guess what? In this world, that's what happened. It was this world.
And in this world, 8 people. Confirmed 8 people.
Yeah, in this
There's
world,
definitely
8 people died
way
in that
more.
video.
Like I said, I want to say confirmed because I think from what people have said and from what I'm kind of just my own like assessment, I think way more than 8 people died. I just, especially if that's a festival of 50,000 people and all the videos, and we're not confirming. We're not. This is all alleged. This is not me attacking.
That's the confirmed count is 8 at this point.
But yeah, I believe in my personal opinion that there might be more. I'm gonna set the record straight. Please don't come for my balls.
Alex is Isaiah's going as Alex Jones for the rest of the year.
It was fake. They faked the shootings.
That was actually a pretty good Alex Jones impression I just did.
Do you want to suck my dick? It's not real. They're trying to call me racist with no proof.
No proof.
Okay, but dude, here I got it. This might be too soon, but why did Drake say that his heart was broken?
Why did Drake say his heart was broken?
Because a 14-year-old died.
Don't leave. That's a hook, line, and sinker. Zinger, dude. No, that was good. That was good. That was
That's too soon. Our condolences
to the family,
to our families.
But Drake is still a scumbag. Travis Scott's still a scumbag.
Yeah, exactly. The point of that joke was that Drake is a pedophile creep. So,
and Travis Scott is a fucking.
And Travis Scott is apparently. I mean, what do you call it? Yeah, like
I don't know what
a rager, like just too hard. You go too hard, dude.
Lack of empathy.
That's true. He's just like cold and like narcissistic and callous. You know what I mean?
I've never seen I've been seeing so many comments of people saying that was the most YouTube apology that I've seen from Travis because Travis literally just like I just and fake crying like this literally absolutely no sentiment.
For fuck's sakes. Like, dude,
no sentiment at all in his fucking voice. Like black, I don't know what the black and white meant. Like I don't know.
Swiped. It was like yeah.
I feel like his PR team was like, hey, put it in black and white. People will be able to relate to it. People will be able to feel the empathy from you.
His manager was like, dude, is this really your apology? This is the best you have? Okay, I don't know what to do with this, but maybe try black and white to make it better. That's all we got.
He's like, sir, or Travis, we're not gonna make you have it do it in auto-tune, but just fucking just slap on some black and white. Just slap on some black and white to it.
I'm gonna definitely put that in auto-tune. Make it that needs to happen.
It's so oh my god, it's
obviously, not obviously. As of recently, the FBI are involved in the investigation.
Good.
Yeah.
Literally good.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, basically, and it's just to find someone to hold accountable, essentially. So they're going to be basically all
these lawsuits.
Travis Scott's ass and then Live Nation.
I like that. And I don't feel bad for
whatever Travis, the way it should be. God damn it!
Yeah, whatever consequences he suffers from, like I don't feel bad at all,
dude. Neither
but he's
gonna
reach a settlement, no, because he's a millionaire, and then
I know, right?
He's gonna reach a settlement with all. He's probably gonna settle for like millions and millions of dollars. You can't put a price on somebody's fucking life.
Well, like, he's paying for the funerals.
Oh yeah, he's
all 8 funerals.
Oh my gosh. That's literally nothing.
He's gonna be like, you get the cheapest casket. No, I'm joking.
The thing is, like, that's literally not like that's literally nothing.
It's not anything.
Like,
that's yeah.
There needs to be
that should be assumed.
Yeah,
like in this lawsuits that they're suing him for damages.
There should just be so much more. Like he should make the point, hey guys, if I have a next because I don't know who the fuck wants to put on a Travis Scott festival, I will guarantee the safety of you. We will have we'll make it mandatory for people to be 18 and over because like there's a lot of these children like don't know how to act, especially when their parents aren't there.
There's no freaking way 10-year-olds should be in this.
There's no reason why somebody that young. Even this is kind of a little off topic, but still on topic. I went to our Coastal Carolina Fair. There was a lot of children.
Flawless segue.
Yeah, it's just super random. But this triggered me because I thought of children.
No, that's hilarious.
But literally, I was at the fair, and there were so many children, like unsupervised children, that were just there just to be there. Just
actually almost as scary,
and
if
just
not
like
scarier. At the fair, South Carolina
starting
State
shit.
Fair.
Yeah, just starting
Columbia.
shit. Yeah, just like kids just fighting with each other,
Not
yelling at
good.
each other, just like parents dropping them off at the fair.
Dude, any
just doing whatever.
man could just be like, "Yep,
Snatch.
here we go."
Yep. Oh, how old are you, kid? Oh, I can make you. Cause there's kids just like thinking they're like the shit. Some kid, but some like adult. Oh,
Hey,
you wanna
you suck.
you want to be on TikTok? Come with me. Sure.
Yeah,
Hey guys,
exactly,
I'm gonna be on TikTok. The kid can get
You're
swiped.
on TikTok right now.
Get swiped. But yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna play this audio. It might be better coming from here because I do want.
People love to blame things like the tragedy at the Travis Scott concert on being demonic because blaming something on the supernatural is a lot easier for some people than accepting reality. Because the reality is, people just do not give a fuck about each other. The people
yeah,
in the
he was
audience
staring
care more
right
about
freaking at-
pushing and
He literally hit the nail on the head.
Yeah,
Like literally.
basically, this kid sees it for what it really is.
Right.
And I mean, like, it's honestly hard to believe. It really is that
People don't. It's children. Like it's literally children. I've seen videos of kids literally, like I said, from not just I guess from Playboy Cardi, like literally jumping from the stands just to get in the general admission, and then kids piling on top of each other at this festival just to be closer to a man, a mortal being
that's another
that
thing.
doesn't know they exist. Like
I was watching the videos of everybody like trying to break over the security fences to get in who didn't have tickets, and it's just like everybody was like running to get bread as if it were a famine.
Exactly.
And it's like, dude, why? This is Travis Scott. Who really cares that much?
Who cares? Like I said, like it's insane. Like who wants to rage that? Like I could literally just see that performance in the comfort of my home and not be suffocating with thousands of bodies on top of me. Like I already have enough anxiety.
That guy's gonna have like PTSD from that.
Yeah,
Sounds
I already
He
have
was
enough
shook
anxiety
from
as it
seeing-
is, dude. I would have been one of those
dude.
dead bodies because that would have been just too much.
dude.
That would have
I
been
mean-
too much to just like to cope. But you can't just like I can't calm myself down. Like, well, let me decompress when people are just like when your body's like this. I'm not decompressing. I'm literally going on full rage mode and clawing my way out of that.
No, for real. I mean nothing gets me more just angry when people start like pushing you around and stuff too, like that. You know, like
that's what makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you can tell people, hey, like, can y'all please back up? Like, I need a little bit of space. People are like, no, fuck that, we're raging. No,
Yeah.
that's not. No, this
and
is
then like literally this like there was like no room. Like they're just on top of each other like freaking sardines. Like it was.
it's not cool. Like it's just not.
Yeah, no, it's not. At
And
all.
it's like I said, it's pathetic. Like I don't know where
It's
did
just
we
a
go
failure
wrong?
on all. Yeah,
Where did we go wrong as humans to literally kill each other to see somebody perform?
Well, it's not the first time we went this wrong as humans because I was looking up some other similar tragedies that have happened specifically at music concerts or festivals. So obviously you brought up the one with the Who where 11 people were killed in Cincinnati. Apparently, you know, like after that they became like forever tied to Cincinnati after they like tried to pay tribute to them in a lot of ways and stuff.
Right.
I'm not really sure if they're considered or like held accountable in that situation. And then in 2000, the year 2000, on June 30th, during a festival, not an independent concert like the Who one, but a festival like Astroworld, Pearl Jam, it was another 8 people died at a Pearl Jam concert for the same reason. It was crowd surges.
Oh my god.
And I remember hearing about this in a Pearl Jam documentary that I watched like a while ago. And they were talking about how, yeah, it just was like really, really messed up. And that situation, it's like they investigated it and everything, but it was a lot. Ticketmaster was the one who was promoting and putting on that live event. And it was a failure on their part in terms of security and everything. You want to know a shocking detail?
What's up?
That happened with Ticketmaster before in Germany, and then also with Pearl Jam in Denmark and stuff. And Ticketmaster later turned into Live Nation. So this is not the first time.
Turn have tables.
Yes, sir. Or yes, exactly.
Or I guess they have aligned.
They put they changed names. So like fuck these guys.
It's
You know what I mean?
it's all for money. Like, and the thing is, like, what Travis,
yeah.
like, we get it. You're a millionaire, and like, paying for these. Like, that's like the bare minimum paying for these families like funerals is like.
Yeah.
That's literally nothing for him. Like I said, he just needs to make one. Like I said, he needs to make a point of this. He needs to have in the future, if anybody even, he should even be allowed to have a concert anymore.
Yeah, Astroworld should not happen ever again.
He
for
should
one.
be suspended, or not even
Suspended.
not
No,
even
you're right.
Not,
Like,
not,
he
just not anymore. Just not
Oh
anymore.
well, because actually, I did see a music promoter, someone who was saying on the account of anonymity because they weren't supposed to be speaking about it, but they were saying that according to him and then the people he's been talking to in his circles, like they're never going to be booking him for anything ever again.
Don't blame them. They don't.
Dude.
They don't need that. This does not need.
What
to
kind
happen.
of show? What kind of resume is that?
Right, and
As a
now
performer.
this is super random. Now I'm starting to remember what happened to the
bad
Playboy
thing.
Cardi situation. People were just pretty much acting the same way these Travis fans were, and were demolishing and breaking through security. So they inevitably end up canceling the whole concert because, like I said, they
Before
were
it
literally
got too bad. Or?
yeah, because they were before they even got in the concert, they were literally tearing down barriers, tearing down security, metal detectors, just literally completely just insane, just to see this man perform.
How
Someone
old
said
is Playboy Cardi? Is he
Playboy
as
Cardi
old
might
as
be
Travis Scott?
25. He might be younger than Playboy Cardi. Actually, I think they're from the same city. Actually, now that
Oh really?
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I know they're both from Texas, but I think they're both from the same city. I know Travis Scott's from Houston. I think Playboy Cardi is
They're
too.
both from-
I used to listen to Playboy Cardi a lot.
I mean, maybe it's like a part of like the Houston music scene or something. Like they
Right.
just go
It might
really
be
hard.
Hu-
In their
it might-
smaller
yeah.
shows.
It
and
might
they-
be a Houston thing.
and
Like
they try to just take that to the extreme with their big festivals and stuff, and
right.
it's too much. They try to go too big down there in Texas.
Hey, we should either go big or go home. That's what they say in Texas.
Yep. We'll
But-
take the 10-gallon hat, mister.
We'll kill the folks, but we won't care about it. Like, oh my god, these people are and kids. It's just not like kids. Like, and like, how does Live Nation? So, are you Mrs. Johnson? Yeah. So, your son, Redacted Johnson. Yeah.
Redacted
So I'm sure you've been hearing all the stuff about people like dying from the concert. So your son, Redacted Johnson, yeah, he's dead. But we're good. Travis is gonna pay for your funeral. Hold on, I gotta keep on reading from the script. Yeah, he's dead, but we're sorry about that. Also, people are speculating, saying that Travis is reading off a script on this little apology letter because it's just. I mean, it's just like I said, the lack of sentiment. You can see it. Like it's so obvious.
It was like a few days late too. You know what I mean? It was like I think even Alec Baldwin made a statement faster than about shooting someone than
You can tell,
Travis Scott
yeah,
did
no.
about this.
No, like you can tell Alec was
Like-
devastated about this. Travis just like,
But
no,
it
another
took
day.
like multiple days for Travis to. I'm pretty sure that's true. I might just want to try to fact check myself on that.
Yeah, no, you're right. You want to know why? Because the festival started November 5th, and he might have released a statement either yesterday or the day before.
That's yeah.
So it's
So
like,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
just
like a
like-
day or two for Alec.
doesn't like Travis like doesn't he just
Bruh.
doesn't care. Like he doesn't care. Like
For
he
real,
really
dude.
does not fucking care.
And so you know what I also think? It's like I wonder if this is or what this will do, if anything, to his marriage with Kylie Jenner. Because I don't know, she's
There's a lot
got
of
a whole brand and everything to protect and.
It's funny. They
All
actually
that,
broke
like-
up. They're not married. They broke up.
I'm
They-
sorry.
And then they got back together, and now they have a kid together. She's pregnant. You know that?
yeah.
Yeah.
And she's pregnant. I guess I don't know why I assumed she was married. Then they're married together.
They'll never.
But so they're just
probably. There's just.
dating.
It's a celebrity marriage. Like
Yeah,
it's a celebrity marriage means they're just like
God. But yeah, why she's pregnant with him with his baby? I don't
Yeah.
know. It's weird.
literally this is just
Yeah.
such a sad thing.
I mean, I think that's about all I got. I mean, well, wait, there's some more videos in the Drive folder of it. There actually, I put in my favorite memes.
oh word. Yeah, I want to react to these memes
So
because, like I said, in times of dark, you have to find some kind of light, and especially in my case, I have a dark sense of humor, and
too.
I just like I want to laugh at something dark.
obviously,
something.
apparently people in our society do as well because this is how some people seem to be collectively processing or grieving and coming to terms with the tragedy of and senselessness of this all.
Right.
But I got the
So funny. I love it. Oh, I love that.
We can end on that if you want. But,
Yes.
oh, this one was pretty intense. This is not a funny one, but that's them running in trying to. Have you seen this one?
Yeah. So yeah. Remember
Yeah.
I sent, this is
You sent me
the
this
first
one,
video
actually.
that I saw,
Right.
and I'm just like,
Fuck.
people like how like how barbaric are we? Like, have you regressed 10,000 years to our
That's
our
true.
primitive selves over a human being,
Like
a rapper who's rapping over his music, like
not
literally-
even the legendary one. You know what I mean?
Not
Like he's
even
basically
performing
new.
live.
He's a
Not
big
even-
artist, but just like he's not.
this isn't live music. There's literally a DJ. Hey, cut the track. Play button. That's it. That's literally all he's doing.
And it's just like, I don't know. Is this a post-COVID syndrome thing? Like people are just insane and insatiable.
I don't know.
I don't know. But this is hilarious.
Yeah. I did see this. I think I might have sent this to you. I don't even remember, but this is caption is Travis Scott.
Travis Scott at different disasters within history.
Just coping with it. Just
just observing.
He's like, hey, this is how I cope with it. Turn up the auto tune.
Yeah,
Pearl
man.
Harbor, man. Yeah.
Give me an E major, bro. Or
Give me E major. Hey, put me in the key of E, man.
Yeah.
That's how you really get the people going. The key of E, not C major, not minor, just major.
This is a example of what like intense crowd surging looks like. It happens in a sec. This wasn't obviously at the Travis Scott thing, but
Right.
I don't think anybody died in this event, but it's just a good visual example. You see this wave.
Yeah, that is just insane.
And it's essentially like the same thing that happens with traffic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Those, and obviously, look, they had like plenty of security guards up here to see it, and look, they all at the same time push them back, like,
So crazy.
and hold it all back. Totally fine.
I couldn't go to this. I just couldn't. I wouldn't be able to survive. Like,
Not even that. I would not even want to go to that. But
This-
then look at
this is-
this.
this
This
is
is how
the thing, yeah.
Astroworld was run. Look at that, dude.
ridiculous. People literally standing on top of each other. Like people, like you can't. Oh, this is
Oh,
perfect.
dude,
this is great.
That's the goat.
This is
of-
literally the best.
that was that,
That one
guy.
was the best.
Yeah, I want to end on this one because this
so
is
great.
this guy's the king. Honestly, he did it. Like
so
with the
fucking
tap and
great.
like
It's like and it's a, when you hear the little tap and it flips, it's like
it like took a second too. Like God,
I just shit
I love how people of our generation can just
make
find-
light out of dark.
Yeah,
Just find something meme worthy.
some way to make a meme out of any media like form.
He
of
actually
something
probably
garbage.
shit.
It looks
and
like
then,
it, dude.
And then he came online. Damn it, our stomach's all fucking bogged up. He's like, all right, guys, I just gotta apologize.
I'm feeling really bad. Like I have to take a shit. God damn.
It's like hearing fucking just like his stomach gurgling and shit. I gotta make it. I'm on the toy right now, but I'm here for you, fans. And oh god.
Well, stick around, and after that kind of depressing situation, we're about to talk to Huron John in a second. You know him as the electronic indie artist, and also after him, we're talking to Rayon Bass.
Rayon Bass.
And stick around for that because that's going to be interesting, and I don't think you want to miss that. But like I said, yeah, Huron John up again next on Apple Juice for 2. And then we'll come right back before we close. Well, yeah, thanks for coming on the Apple Juice for 2 podcast. I guess we'll just like do a little brief introduction. We met you while we were in Atlanta at the Magdalena Bay show. And your name,
yo, wait, what the fuck? Are you serious?
yeah, yeah, that's where we ran into you that night. Yeah, we were.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Shit. Oh my god! Now I recognize you guys. Like it's always like just on Instagram. Like you never like.
Right. Yeah.
That's
no,
true. It was
Like,
way darker.
everyone-
in there.
That's true too.
Yeah, bro. Everyone just like looks the same. Oh my god, that's insane, yo!
Yeah, man.
What nice to see you guys again.
Yeah,
You
Shit.
too,
good
dude.
to talk to you again.
Well, so what have you been up to since then? Are you playing some shows and stuff?
Yeah. I just got back from California. I played a couple gigs there Halloween weekend. In Los Angeles, we played at the Moroccan Lounge, and then in San Diego, we played at the House of Blues, and then came back here to Nashville. Yeah, now we're getting ready to leave again. We're going to play with Johnny Utah, like to
Mhm.
Chicago, Toronto, back to Nashville. Then I think we're kind of getting something in the works with this other group to go out with them for a couple weeks in January. So definitely kind of the main topic of the day seems to be playing gigs at this time.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, everybody's got that itch to go out and see live music and play, especially after COVID.
For real, bro, for real. But yeah, that's been really nice. Just because like I haven't played live shows really ever. Well, I mean, I have, but like kind of more DIY stuff. So this is like the first time that I'm playing.
Yeah, you're going on tour.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this is kind of the first like legitimate taste of the live experience that I've had this far. And it's been nice because kind of the set that I have right now, like for the first time, is like a set that I'm truly like, oh yeah, like this, I feel really good about this. Like I'm like confident to take this anywhere versus like when I was playing, you know, like before COVID or whatever, like, yeah, the sets weren't bad, but it was just sort of like I wasn't able to like really step into my own kind of live yet, just because my music is a little bit tough to translate into a live. Not tough to translate, but it just takes a little bit of work to get it, you know, to like the quality that I want it, you know.
What genre would you say your music is?
I don't really know, man. It seems like everybody's just
modern electronic music is hard.
That's a corner.
Yeah.
Well, so for your live sets, do you use do you build Ableton project sets for each song, or do you use Ableton for your live performances? Or
nah, so I use Reason like for everything.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like, yeah, like I've been using that to make music forever. Nice. So all my, you know, but in live shit, so my live setup, I kind of wanted to go for like a White Stripes kind of deal. Oh, yeah. So it's pretty much just me and then a drummer. And this kid, like, he's a crazy like jazz fucking animal, bro. He's so good. Oh, by the way, is it fine if I curse in this, or you not?
Oh, yeah,
fuck yeah,
no problem.
Fuck yeah. But
I want to ask, like, so you're on the road so much, you're playing so many shows and stuff. Do you like get a chance to still be able to write and record while you're doing all that, or like how do you balance that?
Well, bro, I'm in school as well. I'm a senior in college. Shit. Yeah, so that's kind of like
going on weekends.
That's the question then. How do you balance that?
No, dude, no. So like I basically pretty much the way that we're kind of like half doing it right now, in the sense of like we can't like really like let loose and like rip on some tour shit just because I can't miss school.
Right.
And this upcoming semester, the spring semester is like my last semester. Like I'm basically done. So I really kind of have to like be careful. But bro, we're basically, it's like, hey, every class you're allowed, you know, 8 or 9 absences, and like I'm just basically using them all. Like,
have any like online options?
Awesome.
There are, but it kind of is tougher for me because I'm at the very end. So it's like, you know, next semester I have to do like senior capstone and that stuff's all in person. Like you have to take it in person, just because my school is like, my school is in, you know, in Nashville, like we're in the South. And then, you know, so, and 2, it's like a kind of a smaller school. It's probably like a little bit under 10,000 kids. So it's like mid-size, but since it's like, you know, not massive, like state school XYZ, like pretty much we've been allowed to go in person, like basically since COVID started. So yeah.
Dang. Well, so you're just like, are you going to plan on going crazy in the summer when you're able to?
So that's, I'm not really sure, because so like I'm in Nashville right now. Like I met y'all in Atlanta. Yeah, I'm in Nashville right now, but I think that when I graduate, like my whole team wants me to like make the move, the big move out west, you know, to go out. Yeah, go out there. Because I think that we're kind of looking at like publishing agreements and other, like, to kind of really get me into that space of being a producer for other people, because that was like kind of the space, like that was like I don't know, kind of just like when I did that one session with Magdalena Bay, was sort of like that was like my second like little session. I didn't even like know what to do. I
kind of do want to touch on that. Like how does that even start? Like where did that start from?
Basically, like management and like publishing companies like set you up with it's like little play dates. Like they kind of just match make you.
Is that like tied to your label?
I don't have a label. So it's pretty much, yeah, I don't have a label, so pretty much it's just like,
I don't think you did.
What, is this like a manager you have or something?
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. It's just, yeah, no, we're like, dude, we're like as DIY as it gets. It's like kind of
Yeah.
fucked.
Oh, I
But
see. It's like your team in the sense, like
yeah. Just like, yeah, like your attorney has a connect, or your
gotcha.
like whatever. There's a whole bunch of different.
That makes sense because, like, I guess everybody in the music business or people who are doing like music law or whatever, they're just like out there in LA, so it's just easier to do business there.
Yeah, but like, but kind of just what you touched on, like for the summer though, it's sort of like I think I'm gonna be going out there and kind of like really trying to grind just everything, like the artist project, publishing stuff, like sync stuff. I want to like we've been getting into like making music for advertisements and stuff like that, and just like a lot of different shit, like mainly the artist project, just because that's kind of like the bread and butter. But yeah, I think because I'm going to be going out there, I think I'd rather kind of use that time to really tap in and kind of work, rather than just kind of dick around on the road. So I think that we're gonna do a decent amount of shows before the summertime, probably do a couple small festivals in the summer, and then hit the tour stuff hard in like the fall. Like fall 22.
Nice, that's awesome.
That's exciting.
Where did you start making music?
Like location, or like what age, or what do you mean?
Yeah, like what age?
Started making beats. I mean, I've been playing guitars, kind of like, I feel like everyone has their like baby instrument, like my first, your first kind of involvement into music, with the piano or the guitar or what have you. The guitar was mine. So I've been playing guitar forever, and kind of just been into music stuff forever, just because like when I was a young kid, I kind of thought like I wasn't really into the sports stuff, and that was kind of the other option. Like, like you were either like you play sports, you'd play music, or like you'd sit at home and play Xbox all day and be like a bum. You know what I mean? Like fucking, but no shade to my gamers out there. But
what were your early influences, would you say, musically, I guess, or even just artistically?
My favorite artist of all time is the band Smashing Pumpkins, if you're hip to them.
I'm not familiar with their discography yet. I haven't really dove in, if you will.
Basically, they're like it was like 90s rock, 90s alt rock. It was like Nirvana #1, and then they were like the silent #2, basically. If that
always makes around, like, you know what I mean? But I feel like that's one of the bands that you have to like either like lock into, you know what I mean, or it just like takes a sec to build an appreciation.
Yeah, they're definitely they're a group for sure that has definitely an emphasis on hardcore fans, especially now that they're kind of like past their prime. But yeah, man, like I love the Pumpkins. I love King Cruel. Like I love Stereolab. I'm a big Kanye fan. Like My Bloody Valentine. I love a lot of synth pop, a lot of 80s stuff. Love like all the vaporwave shit.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of stuff.
Full spectrum. Who is like some artist that you would like really love to work with, like make beats for, like just
that's one of those questions where like I'm gonna say some shit now, and I feel like I'll be able to think of a way better answer later. So like this probably is not a good answer, but I don't know.
It's more feasible.
This would make a really good, like, I said that I wanted to make beats for this person, and now I did.
Now they're making beats for me.
Fuck.
I'm sorry if I just put way too much pressure on that for you. We can
here, wait. I've got like, let's see.
You got
like let's see, like not like I just look at like my favorite albums of all time list. Maybe that'll give me a brain burst. I'd love to work with Beach House. I would love to work with Young Lean. I would love to work with Earl Sweatshirt. Of course, like Kevin Parker, just because everyone like, just because he's just like to everyone. I'd love to work with King Cruel. I'd love to work with I don't know, like I'm a big Home Shake fan. I would like to work with him. I like him a lot. I don't know. I feel like I'll be able to fucking find a better answer later, but that's just a little.
I mean, those all
Kevin Parker might be one of the top 3.
That's true, yeah.
Of people to like make music with.
I mean, just like from our generation, like decade, you know what I mean?
Because like he's such a huge influence.
Yeah, and you could probably just go like I'm a huge gear nerd and just like very into all that. Like
Oh yeah,
synths,
he's got
drum machines,
whatever.
everything, and like I feel like he would be such a pleasure to just like nerd out with and just kind of
Yeah.
go crazy.
I'm sure his home studio is
Have a bottle of wine.
heaven. Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
Have full glass
Yeah.
of wine. You know.
exactly.
Are
Hell
there
yeah.
any artists that you're listening to right now that you think are a little underrated or deserve some more love that we should check out?
I mean, I saw you guys at the show, bro. Definitely George Clanton. I think George Clanton. I think like everyone on the fucking planet should know George Clanton. Honestly, he's like my fucking favorite. George Clanton. I don't know if you guys are hip to this group. It's like a kind of like a hip hop like jazz fusion kind of deal. They're called Standing on the Corner. If you've ever heard of them.
No, I haven't,
No.
but I'll check that out because
Oh.
it sounds nice.
Yeah, they're good as hell. Definitely, I would say them. Fuck, that's kind of all that I can think of off top.
No, I want to check out the Standing on the Corner band. That sounds really nice.
They're very good. They're very good.
Yeah, so tell us about Nashville. Have you ever been to Nashville?
No.
What's the music scene like there? Because like you think of Nashville and you think of country music stars and the big
Sure.
like freaking Billy
Like
Ray
Shelton.
Cyrus types.
Oh,
Yeah.
Billy Ray Cyrus. Yes.
But I mean,
Guy Fieri.
obviously, you're like you have good taste. So there's a scene there with people that have great taste. So like, what's
Yeah.
like the underground scene like there?
So it's interesting because I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm like actually from Chicago.
Oh,
So I'm
right,
just,
yeah.
like, so I'm just a student here. So it's kind of interesting. Like your perspective on Nashville right now, like was my perspective on it like 4 years ago. Like before I came to college here, I'd never been here. I'd never spent any time. I passed through it once on a road trip, but never spent any time here. I know when I came to school here, I knew zero people. I was the only kid I had a big ass high school and I was the only kid from my whole school graduating class going to Tennessee. Like I knew fucking no one, dude. And I knew nothing about Tennessee. I thought it was just like that's exactly what I thought. I was like, oh, it's just like country, it's probably going to be whack. Like I thought I was going to end up hating it. And I was kind of like thinking that going to college here was going to act as like, I was so like kind of, I had such a bad mentality that I thought that I was going to dislike it, that I was sort of looking at it almost as like, hey, mom and dad, I tried out the college thing and I didn't like it. Like, no, I'm not going to go. Like I thought that Tennessee was going to be that. But dude, I loved it. I love it. Present tense. Like Tennessee is fucking dope. Nashville specifically is fucking dope. Surprisingly similar. Well, not surprisingly similar, but it actually does remind me a lot of Chicago in a weird way. Just in the sense that the way that people act, the way that people kind of carry themselves. It's a strong sense of individuality, but also a strong sense of community. And the music scene here would actually shock you. That's the funny part, is the music scene here is actually pretty great. And it's only getting better, which is interesting. Like I've been in session with people recently, like specifically there was this one dude who a publisher set me up with, and he was an older gentleman. He was maybe 32 or 33. I mean, it's not that old, but like older for me to be working with them. And he was like, yeah, bro, I've been living in Nashville my whole life, and the past like 5 years it's been like exponential growth in the music scene in terms of alternative styles, indie styles, electronic styles, hip hop styles, punk rock, everything. It's fascinating because it's like overall, it's in a general sense, it's the second fastest growing city in the country, behind Austin, Texas, in terms of people moving here.
Yeah.
And like the music scene seems to be reflecting that. Like even, when I think back to the freshman year, which was 2018, to now, senior year, it's like I've noticed a very apparent change. Definitely. Just it's super interesting, man. People here are really nice. I've met a lot of great people here. Like, yeah, it isn't as vibrant or like experimental as maybe a Los Angeles or a New York City. Kind of deal. But definitely, dude, if you come to Nashville and like you're looking for something, like you're gonna find it.
Yeah. Well, it definitely sounds like, it's the bigger it gets, the more diverse it gets. Like there are people coming from everywhere and ending up in Nashville. So there's like inevitably a lot going on from whatever subculture there is and stuff. I mean, it sounds like it's fastly growing to perhaps like outgrow New York in terms of East Coast musical hotspots. But did you get muted? I can try to unmute you.
My bad. I accidentally pressed the mute button.
Oh, you're good. No problem.
But yeah, man, Nashville is really cool. And to anybody listening or whoever, I would definitely, if you have doubts about it and you're kind of like, might not be my bag, definitely like give it a chance. And I think a lot of people are kind of discovering that reality, that like if you actually kind of remove the stereotypes. Like if you remove the stereotypes and kind of acknowledge how fast it actually is growing in a general sense and a musical sense, like you're going to find something very interesting for sure. But yeah, man, shout out Nashville. Yeah,
we got to make it out there.
Oh yeah.
I definitely want to check it out.
Tennessee.
And you got to come play some shows in Charleston.
Yeah, that's North Carolina, right?
This is South Carolina, which is basically, it's kind of like the only city or town worth mentioning in South Carolina besides Columbia, the capital. But Columbia is pretty shit.
Maybe like Greenville.
Okay. But yeah, we have a few venues here in Charleston, like the Music Farm and stuff.
It's like the most historical, at least.
Yeah,
nothing to do with music. There's just some jazz lounges.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
We actually should go to that.
Yeah, we should.
So we can comment on
thanks for coming on, man. You're welcome to stick around. We're gonna go ahead and talk to Rayon bass now. But everybody go check out Huron John on Spotify and Instagram, wherever you stream your data. And he's going to be playing shows. Where are you going to be playing your shows?
So we got next week. We've got Toronto.
So you do play international?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this will be the first time. Toronto, Chicago, Nashville, and then we'll be doing. I think the plan is in January or February or so to hit kind of some East Coast, like Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York, Boston kind of deal.
Nice.
So yeah, man, should be fun. Thank y'all for having me on, bro. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Take care.
Talk to you later, bro.
All right.
There we go.
All right, everybody.
Good to see you.
So we have Rayon bass here, TikTok star and music legend, has a new album out, Synthetic Aperture, that he's here to talk about. Rayon, welcome. How are you today?
Very well, thank you. It's nice to see you both.
You too.
You as well.
So Rayon, we were looking through your TikTok account and listening through your discography on Spotify. And as your description says, you transcend genre. Tell us about your musical influences. I mean, it seems like you're drawing from a lot of sources here.
Sure. Well, first and foremost, I started out with acoustic guitar, and as your previous guest mentioned, that's really kind of a foundational thing when you look forward. If I sit down to block out harmonization,
Sure.
I'll often drag out the acoustic guitar because it's just straightforward.
No, I feel the same way. I mean, as John said as well, that's kind of my main instrument. And how some people are really familiar with the piano, and that's how they, sit down and compose music and arrangements on the piano. I definitely can more like visualize it and do it better on a guitar. So I definitely understand that. Where's your recording studio at? Where are you coming from?
I'm based in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Oh, nice. I have some family up there.
Yeah, it seems like almost everybody from elsewhere has family somewhere around here.
Is it snowing there yet?
Oh, we had flurries about 2 weeks ago, but they didn't amount to anything.
It's about 70 degrees here today.
Oh, I think we had a high of about 54.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Tell us more about Synthetic Aperture. I think it's a collection of your singles, correct?
That's correct. Yeah. I always like to get the singles out, partly because I tend to do the video clips to go with them piecemeal.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of decided that I wanted to release albums in part because if you were to go to the copyright office, it's easier and quicker and a little cheaper to copyright an album. So the compilation works for me I'm not sure it would work for everybody else.
Right.
I kind of toyed with the idea of introducing 1 or 2 new songs with synthetic aperture, but I didn't want to delay the release of the album too much. I basically put out the previous year's album, which is the 0 year, maybe about 10 days prior to that. So 23 songs came out in album form from me within about 10 days.
Wow.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
And those are your first releases?
Yeah, I started releasing basically non-monetized on SoundCloud, and that goes back to like February of 2019.
Okay.
And I did my first monetized release to Spotify, Apple Music, all the streaming services in May of 2020. And it kind of didn't amount to much. You know, if you threw a rock into a pond and didn't see a single ripple, that's more or less what happened with that first song.
Yeah, that's how it is with those streaming services. It's pretty hard to make a splash in there.
Yeah, and I was very interested to look at all the different places that our distributor releases the music, and one of them was TikTok. And I definitely heard of TikTok. I knew what it was, but I couldn't figure out at first why my releases would go to TikTok. And at that time, 30-second preview clips would go to TikTok.
Right.
Unless you're like a major label or something.
And now I think it's longer snippets, correct?
60 seconds, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my very first TikTok video was basically about 15 seconds long. It's just the cover art and part of a song. And that kind of sat there for a while, but then I got the wheels turning in my head.
Sure, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And
self-marketing, it's like a guerrilla effort these days, you know what I mean? And how has TikTok been working out for you? How is your, because you're, I think it was Innocence, that song that came up on my For You page. And that one seemed to be, I don't know, performing well. Or how has your interaction or experience been on TikTok thus far?
Oh, I've really appreciated all the different likes and comments and things that the listeners have given me. The comments are often almost as thought-provoking as the concepts that you try to capture in your best songs or whatever. Probably the first song that really made a splash, in my opinion, on TikTok was the Woodside Hotel. And it was one of those songs when I was writing it, I thought to myself, this is almost a little too goofy for me. And I know that my kids would probably try to talk me out of it. But I decided to write something a little bit like those line dances you see at weddings. Everybody takes a quarter turn at the end and they do it all again. And then when it came time to do the video, I thought, well, I can't find a band hall to do a song and dance in or anything like that. So I decided that my theme would be that I got locked out. And so that's where the video comes from.
Oh, that's clever, yeah.
I love hearing the story behind that. And I was actually, that reminds me, because I wanted to know, it's part of it is, making a video about it and it's all tied in with the music. But what comes first usually, the idea for the video or a song idea where you have some chords, or you go from there, or what?
Generally, the video comes more or less last.
Gotcha.
The videos I do are basically lip sync videos, which is how TikTok got its start. Used to be Musical.ly, I think.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll start out with a mood or a theme or maybe some phrase I think is kind of clever. I was thinking the other day about something to start off a new song, and you know how people say, I get it, and then they start saying some other stuff that clearly indicates that they don't.
Oh, yeah.
And so I thought, there should be a song like, say what you mean, or you don't mean what you say,
Yeah.
Just full of all the standard lies.
It's good. There should be a song.
Tell it to my girlfriend.
So that's the kind of idea I typically tend to start from.
Yeah. To touch back on the sounds of this music, you said you started with guitar, but I would say most, if not all, of your songs have synthesizers in them. So I guess first I want to ask, what DAW do you use?
I use Reaper.
Okay.
Uh,
Interesting.
Yeah.
2 Reaper users. Right?
Always
Yeah.
got musicians what Daw Do You Use.
Yeah.
So had you had any keys experience, or do you like to mess around with midis?
I do both.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been taking piano lessons for about the last 8 years.
Oh,
nice.
A couple of my kids have taken piano lessons, and one summer I bribed one of them, and I basically was trying to get the kid to practice over the summer, which of course did not happen.
Mhm.
But I said, okay, if you sit down at the piano with me once a week for 30 minutes, I'll give you $1. And, that's a major thing to, an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
And the outcome was that basically they lasted about 10, maybe 15 minutes. So I doubled
Would that be per
the
hour?
kid's salary.
$2.
Yeah, $2 an hour.
Yeah, so that was enough to get a half hour out of my kid at that point. And I was at the point where I was, pretty seriously planning to retire. I'm basically retired.
Mhm.
And I don't live super high, but my family has, what we need. So I've been pursuing music, and I downloaded Reaper on New Year's Eve 2018, I think.
Nice. As a Christmas gift.
Yeah. And I love the fact that you can find all sorts of stuff cheap or for free to plug in. Not just Reaper, but almost any DAW.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a little bit about my pseudonym. I wasn't born with the name Rayon bass, in case you were wondering.
What's the anthology behind that?
Rayon was one of the very first synthetic fabrics, and it was invented like the late 1920s. And since I, as you mentioned, kind of dig synthesizers, I thought, okay, it's a synthetic material. I like synthesizers. That sort of makes it fit.
Wow.
And then I thought about the fact that I have kind of a deep voice, and but I couldn't spell it BASS because people might think it was a fish.
A bass.
Right. Bass fishing is popular in this area. Yeah. So that's how it came out, Rayon bass.
It makes me like it so much better now. I know like the story behind it, that there's
Synthetic.
fun and, yeah, it is synthetic. It all goes. There's a theme behind it all that ties it all together.
You can really do great things with almost any DAW. Some are more expensive, of course, than others. You can go to get,
Yeah.
Pro Tools or whatever.
About one track. I think it was the third single.
Which one? Laminar Flow? Laminar?
No, about Goodbye Karen.
You pull it up on your Spotify?
It's Goodbye Karen, right?
Yeah.
Because that one, that probably had the least amount of sense. Like you kind of went back to your roots and it was mostly the guitar.
Yeah. One of the things I've gotten more into lately is I will mix the synthesizers or the sample sounds with acoustic.
Right.
Like one of the things I really felt worked reasonably well with Innocence Found is that I was finger picking acoustic guitar, and I recorded that with a pickup and also an external mic. And that allowed it to have kind of a stereo sound. And then on top of that, I layered sampled guitars from Sample Tank 4, which is one of the few things I've spent a fair amount of money on, other than my digital piano, which you can kind of see back here.
Is Sample Tank 4 just a sound library of samples?
Yeah, it's got a lot of other features. You could almost use it standalone if you wanted to.
Wow.
The company that makes it's in Italy, and it can be huge. I bought kind of the medium big version.
I see.
If you want to keep 250 gigabytes worth of sample data on your computer,
That's a big commitment.
Yeah, but for things like Woodside Hotel, which is basically a jazz band tune, having the sampled orchestra instruments was huge.
Oh yeah, all those strings. Yeah. Well, I did see on your Spotify you should be coming out with another album soon. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I have plans November 10th.
Are you
I apologize. It's actually just a single. It's not an album. That's coming out on the 10th.
But that's a new release in like less than a week.
Wow, that's exciting. Yeah, what day is that coming out?
The 10th.
On the 10th, yeah. So Rayon Bass new single
This Wednesday.
coming out this Wednesday,
This
November
might be
10th.
this might be a day after our podcast is out, but
That's true. It's going to be 2 days after.
so you can now listen
but
to it.
You can now
on
stream
Spotify.
Rayon Bass's new single. Sorry to interrupt. I didn't mean
No, we're
to
just-
pile drive that.
Right.
We're stereo.
That was a stereo plug.
Yeah.
If you have hark back to some of the folk festivals that were done in the 90s, one artist I really liked was Michelle Schock.
Yeah.
And there was kind of a bootleg recording that was one of her first releases. At the time, she was practically homeless.
Wow.
And someone was at the festival, got her permission to record, and then basically rushed it into production before she had a chance to really say much about it. And it became a big hit. And you can actually hear things like trucks going by or crickets while she's playing her solo guitar.
You know what I mean? That's like the real deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next single has a little bit of that flavor to it. It's definitely lo-fi.
Okay.
And it's got a little bit of a story. I think some of the fun songs or some of the ones that make you think have some kind of like
narrative.
Or even kind of a morality play to them.
We were just listening to some Marty Robbins, which is very narrative driven, like country music stuff.
I don't think he wrote songs without stories to him.
Well, anyway, Rayon, again, thank you for your time. Thank you for gracing us with your presence, and you're welcome back anytime you want.
Great, I'd love to come back. One thing I will highlight for you is I'm wearing some new merch.
Oh yeah, let's see that.
Awesome.
Oh, there you go, Shelter. Yeah. That's beautiful. We're actually we checked out the phone cases for Midnight Hotel. Woodside Hotel. Yeah, sorry. We go check out those phone cases. They look dope. Brevin's just
I think I want to get one.
Brevin wants one really bad.
And then you probably also saw the dad cap.
Yep.
Nice.
I rock those.
We should get a coupon code to promote it.
Like 10% off with
you want to do 5%?
apple juice for 2?
I'd love to do something like that, except for one detail. I'm a pretty techie person, but I haven't figured out how to do the discount codes yet with the web hosting site.
You email us, and in the meantime, we'll just do word of mouth. All right, well, take it easy, Rayon. Thanks for joining.
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much for the invite. I appreciate it.
Have a good night.
And we're back. Wow.
Great stuff.
Great stuff.
As always. Great people.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on here on John. That was awesome, man. Anytime, you're welcome to come back. And also, Rayon Bass says he wants to come back, so that is in the works.
It's in the works.
And we're gonna have him back, and we're gonna get down to the core of some things because we have some questions. We have some questions here at the studio. With that being said, Isaiah, anything else?
I think that's all we got. That's all she wrote.
That's all
on behalf of all AJF2 listeners. We thank you for tuning in to AJF2 Apple Juice for 2.
Absolutely.
Check us next week and this week and the week after the next and the week after the next and the next day.
The next Friday, okay?
And the next
Friday
day.
after that Friday.
And the next
all
day.
Fridays after that.
And the next day.
Okay? That's how it's going to go. 12
always
a.m.
gonna be here.
Every week. Get used to it.
Be here.
It's not my fault. I mean, it is my fault because I'm instigating it all, but
and
whatever.
Let me end by saying this. Fuck Travis Scott.
Travis Scott, you're canceled. Screw you, Travis Scott.
That was fucking amazing. Fuck Travis Scott. Oh my god. Yes. This is literally amazing.